On its most basic level, body positivity is the idea that all bodies are good bodies.
I swim 2.5 kilometres a day. I walk, I exercise all the time. I am in a synchronized swimming team.
Because we're currently in this really unfortunate state as a nation where people feel that they can punish fat people socially, and that other people can police other people's body size as it changes. And that, in my opinion, is a human rights issue. It's a freedom issue.
You serious?
Fat activism. Fat phobia.
Sweaty bastards day to day. Hello. Oh fuck, shit, fuck!
Health at any size.
Then she had 4 corn dogs dipped in nacho cheese and a full-size bag of potato chips. And you're right, she had a couple of strawberries. You got to get that fruit in there, right? Mm-hmm. And that held her till 11 o'clock. Now she had 3 sandwiches with ham, cheese, mayo, tomato, cucumber, avocados, croutons, bacon bits, and ranch dressing. And she said, this is where I get my vegetables. So she had tomatoes and avocados smeared in mayonnaise with croutons and bacon bits. Now we get to lunch. She has a large pepperoni pizza. Then at 1 o'clock she has snack number 3, 2 bowls of ice cream with caramel and whipped cream. And then she has a hand-sized bag of M&Ms. Then at 2 she had 2 bacon cheeseburgers, a box of mac and cheese, and 3 bananas. At 3 o'clock, she had 6 avocados made into guacamole and a full-size bag of tortilla chips. For dinner, she had 10 fish tacos with rice and beans. Then she had a whole box of honey buns, a whole box of Hot Pocket loaded potatoes. Then at 10, a bag of pepperoni, and along the way, she drank a gallon of sweet tea and 6 candy bars.
This is Virgie. Say hi, Virgie.
Hi.
Shizan.
I'm award-winning fat activist and professional feminist killjoy Virgie Tovar.
She also has a bachelor's in extensive delusions with honors in sand head hole. So before we get too far into this video, I just want to say I'm very okay with body positivity selectively. If you're a little bit fat, you're a little bit fugly, it's okay, alright? We've all got something wrong with us, alright? But Quad Chin Tovar over here is saying that, you know, you can eat whatever the fuck you want, alright? It's society's fault that we look at you and are disgusted. It's not anything to do with you, it's everyone else's problem. So she has a YouTube channel. And interestingly enough, you can't like, you can't dislike, you can't comment. And honestly, this was the only interesting video.
And I'm here today to talk to you about an epidemic that's affecting women everywhere. It's called CRFI, a cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI.
Oh, I love that you're breaking that down for us, sweetie. Oh, can't relate funnily enough.
Inevitably, there's always someone at the party who has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake, almost invariably a woman, must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior.
Oh, you definitely heard her right. Complaining not only about how the cake slice isn't big enough, it never is, let's be honest, but also about the
disproportionate amount of labor
that the woman does cutting the fucking cake. So she also did a TED Talk.
Hi, I'm Virgie Tovar, and I'm here tonight.
Damn, girl, you looking real good.
People of all sizes tend to report a dissatisfaction with their bodies, but fat people tend to have less access to meaningful participation in society.
I mean, when you're twice the size of a sumo wrestler, yeah, things are gonna be a bit rough, aren't they?
Is it possible that you would believe me Or imagine me a qualified expert if I were 250 pounds instead of the size I am now.
Yes? Question mark? We still listen to fat doctors, so why not you?
Let's see.
Hi. I'm Virgie, Tovar.
Lol, never mind.
Fat people actually have less access to meaningful participation in society. Most people believe that discrimination against fat people isn't discrimination at all. Sometimes it's difficult to see how implicit bias shapes the way we see the world around us. For example, is it possible that you are less likely to believe me or imagine me as a trained professional or an expert now that you know that I'm the real Virgie Tovar?
Well, you see now, that depends. If it were in, say, baking, or in management or desk job, sure. If it was in fitness or nutrition, no, not at all.
Who could not have imagined the horrible education and body shame that was awaiting her. Less than a year later, those jiggle-filled afternoons would disappear. I would enter kindergarten, and the kids in my class would teach me the lessons that they had learned about bodies from the culture.
Yeah, kids can be truly brutal, can't they?
Researchers have found that very young US children show an understanding that fatness should be avoided at pretty much any cost. In fact, they asked a group of 5-year-olds if they would rather lose an arm or be fat, and they chose losing an arm.
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
Look, I don't need to go through the science. Look, you could go watch Dr. Phil, you could go watch any nutrition YouTube channel, any channel where someone was previously fat. You can just use your eyes and look out on the street at an obese person and see that that's just unfucking healthy. And Jabba the Butter Tub over here thinks it's a human rights issue, which, let's be honest, it isn't. You're just mad that you got bullied, and now you're trying to make a big deal out of it so you can be more successful than you already are. We all know the angle you're trying to get at. Look, I was fat once, right? I was 120 kilos, now down to 85. 88? Fuck. And yeah, it sucks. You're constantly hungry. I think the memory I have constantly from losing that weight is just hunger all the time. Completely and utterly deprived myself of food. And I did some exercise, and I lost the weight. Here we are. Yay. And honestly, what you're doing with these videos and with this TED Talk, it's not really helping what you're trying to achieve. In fact, I'd say it's more detrimental to your cause than helping your cause. But, since you're in it for the money and the fame and the recognition, I understand. But, you shouldn't be too surprised when insults gravitate towards you. Just like classic feminists and pretty much all this neoliberal movement. It's all about me. It's all about what I want. It's under the cloak of it's about, the minority, but realistically it's about the individual. The core of this body positivity movement could have been something extremely wholesome to, maybe not just fat people, people with, amputations. People who actually, they got acid on their face and they don't look like they used to. Could have been body positivity towards them, making them feel better, because they didn't really have a choice, except you kind of do, and you're choosing to ignore it, because, you don't want to lose the weight, because it's really hard. And, I actually understand, because I've done it before.
The whole point of this country is if you want to eat garbage, balloon up to 600 pounds, and die of a heart attack at 43, you can! You are free to do so. To me, that's beautiful.
And, that's a good thing. You should be able to. But, don't bitch at other people. Maybe instead of complaining, you actually do something. Like this lady here, who's an actual hero.
In fact, her super size means she's a superb sumo.
I'd never thought I could ever do anything that was even linked to the word sporty. As an amateur sumo wrestler, I don't have to be any particular weight. The simple fact that I'm over 100 kilos puts me already at heavyweight.
Sharon was once named Britain's heaviest sportswoman.
Unlike what you are. who actually made the best out of their situation. Oh wait, I guess you're kind of similar, both making the best out of your situation. In this age...
How do I feel about this?
Wars?
Deception. Now it's just kind of funny to me.
To me, this is Satan's greatest lie.
Destruction?
I got a dog. I would throw this thing in her chest. He'll come back with his mouth and it'll all be chewed up.
Of brain damage conformity.
Fed up police have given anti-mask protesters short shrift. 2 were arrested and more than a dozen fined after a stunt at the shrine.
He refused to respect the health of others, so police were forced to do it for him, alongside a female companion who refused to give her name.
We were exercising.
Across the road, another man is questioned.
Democracy wins! Democracy always wins!
After earlier making a run for it.
And I speak for everyone in saying, don't drag us down to your pathetic level. Look, you want elephantine cancer? That's all you. Be my motherfucking guest. But honestly, it's time you calm down. Just got a little bit...
Small, like a little bit more? Like tiny, no, like less than what you're smaller, please.
Because honestly, I'd fucking rather lose an arm than fucking pedal what you're pushing, eh? It's fucking disgusting. Dislike the video. Please. Please dislike the video.